Hello, hello. Hello and welcome. So happy to be here. I'm just going to set up here. It's the first time I come on live in a very long time. So I'm still trying to make sure that everything is working correctly. And in the meantime, I am welcoming you all here to my Facebook group and my first monthly workshop. I just want to put this in the chat. Welcome to anybody who is here and anybody who is joining and watching the recording and the replay of this. My name is Sandra Rodriguez Bicknell, as most of you should know, and I am a best-selling author, book coach, and a publisher at Soulfully Aligned Publishing. And today I want to talk about one of the most important things that we tend to overlook, and things that people don't think about when they first start writing their book. Right? So today's topic is finding your writing flow and getting into the groove. So really taking that first step. Again, welcome to the Facebook group. I'm really excited to be here. Something that happens to most authors and most people who start writing their book is the limiting beliefs, right? The ego gets in there and it gets in the way, and it gets in your way, right? And what we forget is that the most important thing here is your ideal reader's outcome, right? It's mostly about our service. Yes, you have a story to tell. Yes, you have something important that you want to share with the world. Yes, you have an experience that is very powerful. But the reason that most of us want to write a book is because we want to make a difference, because we want to share our story and create an impact, right? So something you might have heard is that writing a book is hard, right? And sometimes it can be hard, yes, if you're doing this alone, or if you're not sure of the steps, then yes, it is a overwhelming task. And it was extremely overwhelming for me when I first started. And I had to search for help. But trust me, you can do this. You can do this, because if you have that yearning inside, if you have that desire that's calling you to write a book, I need to write a book, then you know that this is something that you must pursue. This is something that you know is a calling, and it's that people really need your story. You probably heard people say, oh my goodness, your story, or you have so much knowledge or so much wisdom, please share your story, right? And that's something that you need to trust. But when that happens, again, the ego and the limiting beliefs come, and you lose momentum, and if you don't have anybody to hold you accountable, then you realize, oh my God, too many moving parts, and that's when we quit, right? We're like, oh, forget it. Let's not do this. And I know that happened to me many times, where I started circling around and saying, no, this is not for me, forget it, because I felt that overwhelm until I found the proper support. But what happens? What happens when you tell your story? Number one thing is you gain clarity on your own story and the lessons that you've learned. And then you gain a deeper understanding of that message that will resonate with your readers. And because at the end of the day, it's all about service. It's all about helping others. Okay? You create a new connection with people who may have gone through similar experiences you have. And then you take the opportunity to inspire them on their journey. Because why? They're hearing the story directly from you firsthand. They read your book, they read your story, that's what they get from you. And it's so incredibly powerful. So in this short workshop, I'm not going to keep you here for long, I'm going to help you remember the number one thing that should be on your mind. And many times we overlook it, right? And that is your ideal reader, okay? Your ideal reader, that one person that is reading your book, right? And their outcome after reading your book. Those are the two important things that we need to keep in mind when we start and when we embark on our writing journey and becoming an author. Okay, again, I mentioned it earlier. We think about our story, we think about what happened to us, and we start writing in that tone. And that sometimes takes you out of alignment because you're not keeping in mind that person that is reading your book, that's reading your message, right? So what is it that you wish for your ideal reader? Number one to keep in mind is, what do you wish for your ideal reader? And you can write these questions so that you can answer them as you go along, because a lot of the times these things kind of start dropping in your mind after you open that channel, that thought of, oh wow, wait a minute, I've never thought of that. I've never really considered, outside of the fact that I want to write a book, outside of the fact that I want to share my story, is what is possible for your ideal reader, right? So what will your ideal reader discover after reading your book? That's something that I want you to keep in your mind. Because what you've been through, your journey, your experiences came for a reason. And I want you to keep that in mind. None of this that's happened in our lives are just random. They're here to serve. They're here to help, right? So when you start writing, right? And if you have started writing already, I want you to go back and think about these questions. What is possible? What are the possibilities your ideal reader will discover after reading your book? And maybe you could put on the top of your page, it's possible to, and then allow it to flow. Just write, okay? Write and let your instinct take over. Allow your intuition to take over. Your message is within you, okay? That's one thing that you have to keep in mind. Your message is within inside of you. This is not something that you have to go do research and something that you have to look for. This is in you. And all you have to do is really trust yourself and allow your messages to come in. Okay? So that was number one. Number two is, what ways will your ideal reader experience personal growth and transformation from learning from you? Right? What is it that they will take away from learning with you? What will change and shift in their lives? Keep that in your mind, keep that in your heart. That is, again, writing a book is a love letter. Writing a book is an exchange that you're sharing with those who are interested and know that you have something important to share, right? So in what way will your ideal reader experience personal growth? What is it in your lesson? What is it in your experience that will create transformation from learning from you in your ideal reader's life? I know it might sound counterintuitive because you might not even understand that there is a greater lesson. But I want you to believe in yourself and believe in your story and believe in the power of your voice and the impact that you are creating by taking this step. How will your ideal reader be different? Okay, again, top of your mind. How will your ideal reader be different? No way, there is no way that you can start writing a book, and you can, and you tell your story, and a lot of people do that. But without doing the self-discovery, without doing the investigation, and without answering these questions, you run the risk of not really connecting with that person that you want to serve. Because at the end of the day, this is an introduction. Writing your book is an introduction to your ideal reader, an introduction to those who want to meet you, who want to be served by you and helped and bring light into their lives. right? So just to keep in mind, only 3% of the people who start writing their books actually become published authors. 3%. That's a small number. A small number. So be one of those. Be one of those people who follow through on their calling. Why? Because people are waiting for your message, your specific message. And know that as we move along, I will share some more techniques and share more tips. But here in this first workshop, I want you to keep all of this in mind, okay? It's not so much about you, but those who you want to serve, those who you want to help with your story, with your journey, with your experiences, and with your pain, because it's meant for a reason, right? So I hope you're feeling inspired, and I hope you're feeling motivated by this workshop so far. I wanted to make it something that creates and opens your thought pattern, that opens your heart to all of the possibilities that can come for you and all of the things that might get in the way, right? We have a lot of things that come, a lot of doubts that come before we take that first step. But in this first time, and when you start to embark, again, remember, the ego, your limiting beliefs. You have to step into that, acknowledge it, and then put it aside. And remember that when you tell your story, you're going to start understanding more about the lessons that you've learned, and more of what you've lived, and more of what you've experienced. And then you get a greater compassion for yourself, and you gain the confidence because you start understanding that, wow, I have been through these experiences, that I have lived a journey where I can help others, right? Because I am an authority on this topic. I have a book to write. I have a message to share. And when they hear it from you, they know that this is a true story. I had an author ask me the other day, which story should they tell? And my thought is, remember to tell the story that changed you most, right? That's the one. And I'll expand on that as well. But to keep in mind that we have a journey that we've lived, all of us, and no one has had a easier journey or a harder journey. We've all had just different journeys. Hello, Elaine. Hello, Monique. Sending love, sending love. And so I just want you to keep that in mind, that it's very easy to drop into, my story isn't good enough. My journey isn't important enough. Who will want to read my book? Who will want to read anything about me? And again, listen to that and think about the 3% of the people that finally did write their books and published, right? Because they understood that this is a calling. This is a opportunity and our duty, right? So again, the things I want you to think about, the things that I want you to write, the things I want you to keep in mind, whether you're ready to write a book or just ready to write, maybe even a letter, anything that you want to share, is think about the possibilities for your ideal reader. They will know it's possible to experience what? When you share your story, when you start writing, when you share your message. And how will they be different? How will your ideal reader go from being in this space and place without knowing and hearing your story? And how will they experience personal growth and transformation from learning from you? And you know what this is. You know specifically and directly what this is. What you know would take your ideal reader from A to B directly, instead of having to go through all of the twists and turns that we tend to go before we share our story, and help others just get there. Get there because we have the experience to help them. Right? So what's the transformation from learning from you? And in what way will your ideal reader be different? If they could just snap their fingers, what can change for them after reading your book and learning from you? Okay, so I hope that this has been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please share comments and let me know other things that you'd like to learn about, other things that you're interested in me speaking about. I will be coming here once a month on Wednesdays at 12 p.m. And I encourage you to come join me, take part, because I want to support you on your journey to writing your books and on your writing journey, right? And if you want to learn more and you're interested in moving along, I would love for you to book a call. I'm going to put my link here in the chat. Book a call, connect with me, learn about everything I have to share with you, anything that ever I want to pass along with my own experience, right? I've had an experience. I've been through my journey. I wrote my book, my spiritual journey through love and heartache, and how I got to the other side. Cuts of a Diamond really changed my life. Writing this book changed everything for me. And if it wasn't for that experience, if it wasn't for that investment that I made in myself, in my story, in my future, I would not be here talking to you and helping countless authors on their journey to becoming best-selling authors. And I'm so incredibly proud of that, and of myself listening to that calling. Okay, so book a call and we can go deeper, and we can explore your book project and discuss your goals and explore how you can achieve your dreams of becoming an author and how I can support you in that journey. Okay, I work with authors solo, one-on-one. I have 2 programs. You can write your book on your own, or you can even write a chapter in a multi-author book program. So there's those 2 options. Actually, it's 3 options. It's 4 authors together writing their own stories, their own books in a group container. Solo author, solely curated for you with your timeline taken into consideration. It's a one-on-one, purely curated for you. And then we have the multi-author book program, which is just magical. It is 13 authors writing their story in one chapter inside a container of powerful healers, facilitators, coaches, and people who want to support others on their journey through their story. So if you want to learn anything about this, please book a call. It's a free call. I'd love to chat and share and see where you are on your journey and support you through it. So again, thank you for being here. Hello, Irma. Sending you so much love. So happy that you're here. And thank you everybody who have shown up today, who's watched the replay. I am so grateful, and I'm excited for our 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and all of the workshops that I'll be sharing here. Again, always feel free to send me a message and let me know about different things that you'd like me to share here with you and help you and support you on your journey. Okay? Sending love. Bye-bye.